On to East Africa, a deadly explosion has killed at least 10 people at a busy restaurant in the center of the Somali capital, Mogadishu. Police say a suspected suicide bomber drove a car filled with explosives right into the business. The attackers hit the small restaurant that is popular with government officials at lunch hour. No group has claimed responsibility for that attack. Well, meanwhile, Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud says Monday's deadly al-Shabab attack on a minibus carrying staffers of the UN's Children Agency is an attack not just on the United Nations, but also on Somalia and its future. President Mohamud says the attack confirms his view that al-Shabab is interested only in promoting what he called its own extremist agenda. A source close to the UN in Gorowe tells VOA that a man raced onto the bus and detonated explosives strapped to his waist. Now, for the latest on the attacks in Somalia, Abdulaziz Billow joins us by phone from Mogadishu. Abdulaziz, first give us an update on the numbers, if there is any.
Well, just like you said, what we have so far is that 10 people have been confirmed dead following today's deadly attack against a local restaurant in the capital, Mogadishu. More than 15 people are also hospitalized, some of them with serious injuries. Apparently, the al-Shabab group has claimed responsibility for this deadly attack that happened exactly midday here Somalia time, when most of the locals in the city were headed home or were headed to nearby restaurants to have lunch. So we can see that the al-Shabab deliberately targeted this hotel because it's opposite a central hotel where they launched a previous suicide attack in February that killed almost 25 people. So this is the second time that they've targeted the proximity of the hotel, central hotel, that is famous with members of parliament and famous with the Somali lawmakers who are normally living in that part of the city.
Now, Abdulaziz, we know that there was a time that the government claimed they had pushed al-Shabab out of Mogadishu. We've seen these attacks in the last few weeks. What's happening from what you hear?
Well, from what we've been able to gather so far is that the al-Shabab is not confronting what it calls, and I quote, their enemies, that is the Somali government and AMISOM. They cannot confront the government in the field, like in the other regions that they're controlling. But they're targeting soft spots and soft targets in the capital. Like we've seen recently, they've attacked a hotel, Makka al-Mukarram Hotel. They killed dozens of people there. They hold the place. They hold the place for a while, and then they make sure that they have a large number of deaths in return. And then they've also targeted the Somali Ministry of Education. They were two suicide bombers and 5 attackers, all of them killed. You see another third event in Gorowe, where they attacked United Nations officials, United Nations staff working with UNICEF. They attacked them in broad daylight while they were come to work. And they've also attacked Garissa University, another soft spot target. So we can see that the al-Shabab is losing its power. That's why it's targeting soft targets inside the country and outside the country.
Very quickly, does al-Shabab itself say the objective of their recent attacks?
Well, they've never said their clear objective. Their clear objective remains the same. They want to create a different sort of government in Somalia, and they don't want to see the African Union forces in Somalia. So definitely they don't have a clear agenda, and they don't have support from the Somali people.
Well, Abdulaziz, thank you very much. Abdulaziz Billow reporting for VOA from Mogadishu in Somalia.